The 911 call center over the last year was completely renovated. We spoke with Communications Manager Steve Hoskins about what new capabilities the center has.
The communication center we had before was really a very well done communication center, but it was 15 years old and it was time for an upgrade. So with this remodel, we were able to implement a lot of new technology, a lot of things we didn't have access to before, a lot of up-to-date resources that our dispatchers and 911 call takers will have available to them. As we implement that new radio system, which will work for every city entity that uses radio, I believe, public safety is on that radio system, and what it does for us is allows us to communicate with our sister public safety agencies much more easily and to a greater depth than we've ever had the capability to do before. 911 is still the number you would call to get us. We're just going to be moving our folks back from our backup communications center into the newly remodeled center, but we're still using the same telephone equipment that we were using before. We just upgraded our radios, we've upgraded our furniture, remodeled the room, and have added a lot of features we haven't had before, such as a video system that gives us access to some of the cameras around the city, such as the scout cameras, some of the city security cameras, etc., and also gives us the ability to do some have access, I should say, to some outside media sources that we wouldn't have had before that will be very beneficial in the case of, example, tornado weather or some other kind of incident. Hopefully our response times will change soon because, like every other city entity, we struggle with budget issues, and we've been extremely short-handed in the 911 center. But we just recently received approval to do some hiring, so we're going to be hiring an additional 10 911 call takers in the next few months. So we're hopeful that we'll get some good candidates that are looking for work that can come in and pass our tests successfully and go into the training program. And once we get a little more staffing in, that'll actually help us to answer those 911 calls a little more quickly and decrease the wait time that people would have when they call 911.
We recorded the segment days before personnel were moved to the new center. However, the call center now has a full staff manning the phones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no holidays, no vacation, and no downtime. I'm Officer Shelley Gaddis. Have a safe week.